Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I already did my brows and I primed my eyes, and so I'm going to use this 9C Essentials matte palette today for my eyes because I'm wearing like all gray, so there's some like really cool tones in here, and I kind of just want to do a really simple eye look today, so we'll see if I stick to my own word. But yeah, let's go. Whenever I use this palette, I always start with this shade right here just because it acts as a really nice transition shade for everything else that I put on afterwards. And I just take a really fluffy brush and just start to create just a really faint and soft outline of kind of what I'm wanting. As you can see, I'm kind of like creating like an upward motion and then sweeping it into the crease a little bit. Alright, I think I'm going to go in with this shade here and just kind of like outline my crease a little bit. Let's see. I don't want it to be very strong. Like I said, this is supposed to be a really simple eye look. So I'm using this really tiny blending brush just to kind of dust that in my crease. And then I'll do the same motions and just kind of create a little bit of a cat eye with my eyeshadow and slowly wing it out. Can you see the difference? It's very subtle, but that's what I was going back in with my blending brush. I didn't add any more product to it, but if I need to, I guess I always could. And I'm just going in and kind of buffing that out. Then with my fluffy brush, I'm going to go in with this lighter shade. This one will really pop, but I'm kind of, like I said, something subtle. So hopefully this will give me the subtlety that I want, the subtleness that I want. That's a really pretty color. It's kind of the color of my walls in here. Well, actually, technically, one of my walls is actually a completely different color than any other wall. Than any other wall in my room. But you really can't tell. Because when I first moved in, the people who were here were like sports fans, so they had, like, to match their favorite team, they had one of the walls painted like a really specific navy blue, and I just, if you know me, you know I hate color, to be honest, and we ended up trying to match the gray, but they couldn't, and so like one of my walls, you can't even see it, it's over there. Technically it's a completely different gray, but you can't tell unless you're like really paying attention. I'm gonna intensify that crease shade since I have applied my lid shade, just to make sure it's kind of the way that I want it. Okay, so this is no longer a simple makeup look. I'm gonna go in with this light shade with this tiny fluffy brush. I never really use these like Tiffany teals. I should try them out one time. But anyways, I'm gonna put that in my inner corner. And just lightly blend that to the other colors. It's really pretty. Okay, now I'm feeling like I want to add glitter just because I can't resist if I can open it. It's the Milani palette. This is the only Milani eyeshadow palette I've ever had, and literally almost these two shades are gone, and I really only use this shade. I've used the other ones, like they're also really pretty, but I use this one religiously, and it's the Most Wanted palette, and this one is just so, I've used it on its own, but as an eyeshadow topper, it is so pretty. Especially on like cool toned looks like this. And I always use my finger, and it just gives like a really pretty, just all over shimmery look. It's so pretty. Alright, now I'm using my Stila eyeliner. This is the double end one, but I only use the black end, so. A little bit of mascara. Alright, lashes are on, mascara is done, time for the face. I'm gonna go on my Jaclyn Hill foundation in the shade Deep. I love this foundation, the way that I use it. I would not be surprised if I were to run out of this because I love it. Those are like, I guess these are like 2 half pumps on my face. And okay, so this brushing thing, I think people do that. I think I figured out why people do that because I've just been doing it because I've seen makeup artists do it. And I think they're doing it to spread out the product more evenly and thinly on the skin before they blend it out. So one area is not getting a whole bunch of product while other areas of the face are like neglected. Does that make sense? I think that's kind of what the gist of it is. And I'm gonna go in with my sponge and blend this all out. I have a bunch of sponges. I just keep using the one. And so basically, I guess I can't use it anymore, so. And since I used the Jaclyn Hill foundation, I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill concealer in the shade Deep Rich Golden. And this is definitely gold. I used it to like clean up my eyebrows. You probably can't tell because I have so much eyeshadow on now. But this is a really pretty match for me. And it blends so easy. I'm going to put some right here. And I am going to bring it down. I usually don't put concealer right here. But to be honest, I feel like whenever I look back at photos of myself, which I don't take photos of myself very often, it always feels like this area right here towards like the inside of my face just looks a little neglected. You know what I mean? Like it just needs a little extra something. And I'm going to use my sponge to also blend this out. And then like the smaller spaces, I'm going to use my brush to get in those areas. You're supposed to let your concealer sit, but I don't really have the patience for that. Sometimes if my lashes are still like drying, my concealer will be sitting while my lashes are drying. But this time, I actually prepped my lashes while I was doing my eyeliner and my mascara, so that helps me to be able to get all of my eye makeup done at one time. Alright, going with the brush to just get the inner corner. I feel like I noticed a difference from doing that. I think I'm going to use this crayon case chalk powder on top of that concealer because since this is yellow and that was gold, I feel like it's going to look pretty good. So I'm still kind of experimenting with all of these powders that I bought, to be honest with you. Because, well, one, I paid for them and I don't want them to go to waste. And two, I feel like there's a way that I can use them all, but I just need to maximize it to the best of my ability. So I'm going to use my damp beauty sponge. And I'm going to just hit the area where I just did the concealer. And I'm gonna let this sit. I'm not gonna lie, the combo with the damp beauty sponge and the powder is probably my favorite combo of all time because it just feels like really tight on my face and I really like that feeling. So yeah, I'm gonna let this sit and then I'll brush it away and we'll see what we have. Okay, I put the excess, what was in the lid, on this brush, and so I'm just gonna brush away with my powder brush. I have a really big nose, so stuff gets trapped back there. I feel like that was kind of a fire combo. Okay. Let me do the other side. Now I'm gonna do the rest of my face with my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 35. So this is the lighter one. And a powder puff. Even though this does call for a brush, I am still gonna use my powder puff because I'm rebellious. Okay, so this is what all that powder together looks like. I think I may have found the perfect combo. I could go with the pressed powder, but I don't feel like I need it. So I'm just going to skip that step and go straight into blush. All right, now I'm going to go in with this blush from Laura Mercier. It's in the shade Cœur Royale. It's a cool tone blush, obviously. And it's been a while since I put this on, but I feel like since I have cool tone eyes, usually when I have on cool tone eyes, I typically just go for a purple blush, and this is a cool tone purple blush. So I just have to be careful with my application because sometimes cool tone blush can kind of make me look a little bit like a Tim Burton character, but not like in a good way. In a bad way. Now I'm going to do a titch of highlighter. I don't know, is that a Midwestern word or does everybody use the word titch? A titch of highlighter in the shade Superb. I think it's upside down. The shade Superb. I'm going to use this fluffy brush, swirl around, not too much, and just go right over top of that to create my very own cool tone shimmery blush over the nose, all the blush areas. All right, I'm going to finish up my under eyes with those shades that we used before. I love a nice cool tone, smoky under eye. So pretty to me. I love it. And then we're going to blend that out with, maybe I should blend it out with this shade since it's kind of like a skin tone kind of shade. Just lightly dust that under the eye. Oh yeah, that really tied it together. I feel like it was missing something the whole time, and that gave me what I was missing. Okay, I tried to clean off my top lip the best that I could, and now I'm going to find a lip gloss. I think my lip gloss should kind of like match my eyes, and I have some silver lip glosses. I have this one by Marc Jacobs. He doesn't make them anymore, but this is in the shade Dancing Sheen. And then this one is by Essence, and it's called Extreme. No, it's called, what is the name of this? Milky Way. I have not lined my lips in a long... Oh, this is also how this works. You just do like that and it comes up. I do that very little because, like I said, I can't replace this. But I also need to use it so it doesn't expire. It might be expired, but it doesn't have a weird smell, so I just keep using it. And you can kind of see, like, it's kind of like a balm consistency. It's very nice on the lips. Marc Jacobs, I am one of his fans, and he needs to bring back his cosmetics line because I was just getting into makeup, like, whenever that was out, and now that it's gone, I can't use any of it, so. But anyways, yeah. I love me some Marc Jacobs. I wish he sold this still. I love it. These are the two little things that I'm holding on to from Marc Jacobs because he does not sell his stuff anymore. So I wish he did one day, hopefully, because I buy his bags, I have his jewelry. I love Marc Jacobs and I love his cosmetics. But anyways, that's the end of this video. I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you all have a great and wonderful week. See you all next time. Bye.